Welcome to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. I'm Beth Cooper.
I'm Stacey Earlywine, a little jet lagged, a little exhausted from my big trip.
Welcome back. We missed you.
Well, good. I had nothing changed in Clay County while I was gone for a week.
I'm shocked.
I just assume whenever I'm gone that whenever I come back, the whole world's changed.
Yeah, no, nothing around here changes too much. But yeah, you had a big trip to Alaska.
Yes, and I'm going to on a show a couple episodes away. I'm going to get all Jim's pictures because he is by far the better picture taker. And I'm going to send Ty a gazillion pictures, and we're going to talk about my Alaskan trip when we record in next week or something.
Next week.
I just wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
It was just...
and you were gone a long time. What, like 10 days?
Yep. And flying out was easy breezy. Flying home was horrible. And we had lots of stops and late planes and jet lag because they're 3 hours behind. And I don't do good anymore with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do good with that either. I would not want to fly in the middle of the night. I maybe could have done that when I was young.
I can't do it now. I'm learning so many things about myself. And red eyes, especially red eyes that are an hour and 15 minutes late.
No, thank
and I
you.
was up the whole time because I don't sleep on planes.
Yeah.
And it was very uncomfortable.
I bet.
My right leg kept twitching and it was awful. Then when we landed in Phoenix and I got on that plane, I was actually to nod off a little bit. I had my pillow and I had my little my face patch, but it's just not comfortable. Planes aren't comfortable.
Yeah, no, they're not.
They're not comfortable. And
they're not.
Yeah, Jim even at one point was like, I think I'm done traveling. I don't think I'm ever gonna fly.
Yeah. Well, even just short flights, I'm just kind of over it. By the time you get to the airport, and then you have to get there early, and then you get all checked in, and you sit and you wait on your flight, and then you get to the plane, but then everybody has to load, and then by the time everybody gets on there, and then you fly, and then you have to get off, and it's just like, it's really a long, drawn-out process, even if your flight is only like an hour and a half.
It is. You're better. You could just, it's not.
I guess it's better than like driving, 24 hours, but for shorter distances, I'm just not sold on it.
Yeah, and it might be different if we weren't 2 hours from, hour and a half,
from
2 hours from an airport.
Yeah.
Because like if I was in St. Louis and like, I got to be there 2 hours, but I'm going to leave 50. But no, we have to leave like an hour, 2 hours ahead of time and then 2 hours. And it would be totally different if we were.
And then on the way home, you finally land, you're like, I'm home. I'm ready to be home. Oh, no, you still have a 2 hour drive until you get home.
Yeah.
At least 2 hours.
Yeah.
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 Sometimes we fly out of Indy because it's cheaper, and then it's more like a 3 hour drive home.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sold though. Because my sisters and I are going to Panama City Beach in September after Labor Day, and I'm flying now Belleville, that Mid America.
Well,
love it.
Yeah, that's
zippity body boom, and then Connor comes and picks up my car, and he lives in Belleville and takes my car home, and I have to pay $20 a day for parking and. It's just all. But even then, and then I can up and down because that 12:30. Because used to you could jump in the car and be down in Panama City Beach in 11 and a half hours. Not anymore. The bumper to bumper traffic and it's crazy. So that's worth it to me to fly that in a short trip. But I don't know. But when they're late, and I don't know. It just seems like air traffic is just. And I'm telling you what, I'm everywhere we went. Everybody's talking about how bad the economy is. I'm not buying that at all. I'm not buying it at all because that airport was packed. I was in 5 different airports. Everyone was packed to the hilt. The train on Alaska was packed to the hilt. The cruise ships were doubled up on everything. They were there. The boat ride was packed. People are traveling. We're not in any type of weird. Right. People, everything's okay.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm like, if we were really in a tough economy like what they want us to think,
not all those people would be traveling.
I would have had an extra seat by me, not doubled up planes.
Yeah,
but there is one place that we went that I knew Beth would be super jealous, and that is North Pole, Alaska, because Beth loves Christmas. And I was like, we pulled up and I'm like, take a picture of Santa, take a picture of this, send it to Beth right now. Yeah. And then we got inside. I was like,
Jim did. Jim started texting me pictures and videos.
Yes.
He's like, Stacey wants me to send these to you. And
right now. Right now, send this to Beth.
I am so jealous. It looked like so much fun. They were in this Christmas store that was enormous.
And I brought you a present back from North Pole, Alaska.
Oh my gosh.
This is actually from Santa's house. Okay. And Santa was there. And he was awesome. I got a picture with Santa, too. I walked in there, and I was like a kid I turned into Beth Cooper because I was
feel like Christmas morning.
I
right
know.
Bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap. You had to wrap her up good. Bubble wrap.
And made it through all those delayed flights.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
Isn't he pretty?
Oh, he's beautiful.
Santa from the North Pole.
That is beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I thought he was a really pretty
He
Santa.
is. He's got a Bible in his, well, it could be a present. I thought it was a cross in his bag.
Kind of, I don't know.
I might say
but
it's a Bible.
but he's got a bell.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he's got his bell. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He is very pretty. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Go right on my tree.
Yep, I knew it would be. So it's like Beth's got to have a. I bought myself a. I love snow globes, and I bought myself a snow globe, and it's wonderful because it's got Santa at the North Pole and it plays Jingle Bells, and I love snow.
yeah,
and
me
it's
too.
it's out all. It'll be out all year. long.
Yeah.
It's really
Well,
cool. And Jim
nice.
was like, we packed pretty tight. I said, well, that's why we're going to have to go to Walmart and buy another suitcase.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
I told him, I said, you know that I'm a shopper, and I got grandkids, and I went
Well,
nuts.
right,
Yeah, I'm like, I packed so tight. And then we pack in mine, and I had room in mine. So then he decided not to pack in a suitcase because he wasn't going to check a bag. He was going to take his backpack. Well, then he had his backpack stuff, and then part of his stuff, I opened up mine, and my extra space that I had to purchase things was taken up by like a pair, because he took tennis shoes and hiking shoes. And I'm like, I've got like flip-flops and then my tennis shoes. It's not like we're hiking for food.
He's serious.
He was serious
about his footwear.
Yes, he was, and I wasn't serious about his footwear.
Yeah.
I was like, I was just like.
But you did end up checking a couple bags.
Yeah, because I ended up paying. I said, you know what? On the way home, I've paid for 2 check bags. We're going to Walmart, and Ann was the same way. She was like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough. She's like, I'm not gonna have any room, And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go buy a bag. And I was like, you pay me for the bag being checked, and I'll buy the suitcase and I'll keep it.
Yeah, well, that's a good plan. And it's like, you might not do that trip again. I mean, you might have loved it so much that you'd want to do it again. But if you're like me, like a lot of
I have
times,
a whole bucket list of places.
Yeah, there's other places to explore. So
No, my next big trip's probably going to be Scotland. If I can get over, maybe in 2, and I like to do big trips every 2 years, like the even years. But it's going to depend on if I can get over my
the flight thing. Well,
my PTSD from the last flight.
I watch a lot of travel videos, okay? And I think the trick to this is, of course, not needed if you're just
being
a
rich
short
and having
flight.
a private jet.
Well, that would be
That's the
great.
trick.
But no, I think the real trick is to just spend the cash on first class. If you're going overseas.
Oh, I will never fly.
Like, not just business, like upgrade to like what I know you said you would feel claustrophobic in one of those things that have like the little
Cubicles.
walls, but those are movable. Like, you just do your research and pick out one that has like a big first class, because they'll bring you pajamas, they'll bring you
everything,
drinks, everything, and food, and you're just kind of in your own little comfy space.
When we flew home from these because it's not, Alaska's not an international flight. Alaska's considered domestic. So they didn't take like those planes there. They didn't take big,
the great big ones.
No. And so I actually thought that I upgraded, and I paid more for my tickets, and I'm not sure what I got for it, because it was nothing.
That's the bad
because
thing.
like when we came back from because I was dreading from the flight home from Greece, because it was 12. Because last time I'd flown before was probably like 14 years. Well, I was in my 40s, or late 40s or whatever, however old I was. And I told you, and flying over to Ireland, we flew coach. I'd never had any problem, big deal, but that was a long time ago. And then I told Jim, I said, I am dreading this flight back for 12 hours and 40 minutes from Greece. And we were actually tendering from Mykonos to back to the ship. And Jim was like, two business class just opened up. I said, book him. He said, you want to know how much it costs? I said, no, I don't. And it was amazing. Let me tell you why it was amazing. I'm good as long as I have my own armrest. I don't like otherwise you're like this the whole time, because you don't want to touch the next person next to you, because you don't know them. And it was amazing. And the seats laid back, I could stretch out, and I have my own armrest, bigger seats. It was wonderful. And I said, I will never fly anything but that ever again. And I thought that's what I was getting this time when I upgraded.
And it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was called Economy Plus, which Economy Plus said it gave me a little extra leg room, but it was when I walked, because I'm like thinking, my seat should be here. Because they didn't have first class. They just had like their first class was what that business
Did you book that, or
class.
did a travel agent book that for you?
Travel agent booked it.
See, that's
So
I know they mean well, but sometimes if you just do it yourself, you get more what you want.
I was like, oh, my seat should be up here because I think I paid for it. And I actually sent a message and was like, I don't. He's like, oh no, you're in Economy Plus. I said, I thought that's what that was. That's what that was when I flew back from. But that was considered first class. There wasn't 3 different classes because it's a domestic flight. I didn't know that. Had I known that, I would have put us in.
Yeah.
I would have went ahead and paid for it because I don't even know what those seats cost.
Right. I've priced some of them. They're very expensive.
Oh, those ones that you're talking about, like
Yeah.
way up front. Oh, those can be $3,000 a piece. I'm not paying an extra $6,000 to be comfortable,
Right.
but I will pay the extra.
But if you were going to Scotland, you might consider paying some more.
I would for that middle. I would for the middle because it was wonderful. Oh no, I had my own armrest.
Yeah.
Bigger seat. Yeah, it was like sitting in a chair at home. Yeah. No, I would definitely, but yeah, I wouldn't pay. Good Lord, that'd be $6,000 on top of the already $15,000 I'd already spent. I'm not a rich person.
Yeah. We need to buy more lottery tickets, don't we?
I need to win the lottery. Yeah, if I win the lottery.
I really want to win that too. I've had the once lately, so I've been sitting at home with my broken leg, my ankle leg. It's my leg bone that's broken, but down by my ankle. And so what do? Well, you do a lot of online shopping.
That would be. What are you doing?
It's been expensive. Well, I work from home, so I have my work computer. So I do work, until about 4:30, 5 o'clock every day. But then it's like you sit in your chair. It's like I'm no help in the evening. Like I can kind of help Jason in the kitchen, but our kitchen
what are you doing?
is very narrow. We have like a galley kitchen, so me on my big scooter in there is not a good thing. Jason's been doing all the cooking. I've been sitting in my recliner and all of these really cool ads.
That would be bad.
I know.
He's going to take your credit card away from you.
I have bought. I've bought new shoes. I've bought new bras. I bought some tanks, some nice slimming tank that are supposed to we wear under your clothes and make you look slimmer.
Yeah.
Bought some of them. They sold me on those. I swear. I think I do have a QVC channel somewhere, but I am the type of gal, I can't watch it. They can sell me anything. I'd be like, yep. Yeah. I need that.
Yeah, you're definitely
It'd be something that I didn't even ever have on my radar that I needed, but it's like, oh, that vacuum that you only use in the boat. Yeah, I think we could use.
I did that.
It's like, no, you don't need that.
Yeah, I did that too, and bought like one of those little vacuum thingies that you can suck out the stuff in your car. Well, it's still in the box. I've had it forever.
I got one of those for Christmas, actually.
I would like that because I can't stand a dirty car. I like everything to be.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes it's supposed. Do you use it?
Well, I actually have mine in the sewing room because it has one of those attachments. It's really narrow, and I use it when I clean out my sewing machine. But it would probably get used more often if it was in the car.
Yeah, I'm going to use mine in the car.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got an ad for us today?
I do.
Okay.
I went back to the 80s because I loved these things. Ready, Ty, for my ad? I think we're on the same one. Look at this. Oh. Bright is right. New catch, the sun colors that light up your eyes. I loved these shadow sticks by Maybelline. Now, some of these things are still coming back, but these were like, I don't know. But it might be because I've got 59-year-old eyes now, so nothing stays perfectly. It all creases. I used to look like this girl,
Were
fresh
these
face.
eyeliners or
They're shadows, eyeshadow, and they came in all these funky colors. They were amazing.
Something about that I
love those things.
This is the other thing I've been doing with all my time in my chair.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
On my algorithm is all of these videos about finding your color. There's a gal here in town that does it, and that's a cool service. I already sort of know my colors. I'm not somebody that feels like I need to go do that. But the videos are very enlightening for the recipe that they use to figure out your colors. And the one thing that I have learned from it is that makeup-wise, sometimes I try to wear makeup like Stacey, that is, I think would be like a spring or a summer.
I'm
like
a spring
she
girl.
looks good in these colors, lighter colors.
I'm a spring girl. You're probably winter, aren't you?
I'm either a winter or a deep autumn. I'm
Yeah,
not sure exactly
yeah.
which, but they're sort of go together.
Yeah.
But blacks, jewel tones, I
Yeah.
look really good in red. So when I wear, like, I would try to, I would buy these beautiful eyeshadow palettes that had all these great colors in it. And
You can't wear 'em.
And they always look terrible on me. I
Yeah.
look like I'm trying to be Madonna or something.
You're more neutrals and
Yes.
yeah.
And so I've just accepted the fact that I'm a neutral palette
You are.
eyeshadow gal.
You are.
But I can add in some lavender.
You can add some lavender.
I
in.
can add
Yeah.
in lavender and it looks okay. But anything else, no.
But I
So-
can wear all those.
Yes. All of these would have been perfect for you.
Well, yeah, because actually, if you're spring, because you know you've got your winter, spring, summer, fall. Of course, you've got your warm winter and you've got your cool winter. You've got your warm fall and your cool fall. Everything kind of it all blurs together. I'm one of those people that if I like it, I'm going to wear it. But
Well,
I'm light skinned.
yeah.
I have light eyes. I think a lot of times, like when you have the brown eyes, you're a little bit more deep, and you're definitely not wearing blue on your blue eyeshadow. And sometimes I pull off
No.
blue eyeshadow. And
Yeah, she can pull any of it
I
off.
can pull any makeup
Yeah.
stuff off.
Yeah, she can pull it off. I can't. I'm more like neutral.
And your hair color's big too, because when I had red hair, I
Yes.
never wore pink, I never wore red, I never wore green,
Yeah.
and I very rarely wear purple. But now that I'm a blonde, hair color's big.
And
on
for the
what you
men
can
that are
do.
watching this that have no idea what we're talking about, it's this new thing going around, which makes a lot of sense. And it's a consultant that helps you figure out which colors look best with your
on you.
skin tone and your eyes and stuff. But speaking of hair, so Stacey does my hair and I give her free reign. She just does whatever she wants. So right now for summer, it's got some lighter tones in it to kind of bring me down a little bit. We're getting ready to go into fall. So I'm ready to warm it
We're
back
warming it back up.
Warm it back up. But also I don't want to lose a lot. I don't want it to. Sometimes older women, if they go too dark,
Yeah,
it
you
ages
can't
them.
be too dark.
And I'm 47 now, so I just don't make me look old.
I will never make you look old.
Thank you.
We will fight it till the day we croak.
Yes,
And we'll look hot in our coffin.
that's
That's all I
right.
ask. We got to take a commercial break, and we'll be
right.
right back.
We like technology at Flora Savings Bank. Here's what you can accomplish in our mobile banking app in less than 30 seconds. See account balances in your transactions, set up an account alert, make a transfer between accounts, get an alert text message about your transfer, pay a bill, turn your debit card off and then back on. It all happens in the palm of your hand with our free My Bank to Go app. Search My Bank to Go in the App Store or Google Play and give mobile banking a try. Flora Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
My name is Robin Stanford. I own Stanford Marketing. It's a promotional products business along with an embroidery business. And we do custom hats, t-shirts, anything, you name it, we can make it. People like that we do stuff in-house and we can actually make things here and that we're not contracting to work out to other places. We never say no. We always try to find a way to do it. If anybody can do it, we can do it. We are hardworking women, that is for sure. Come to Stanford Marketing in Flora for all your custom and promotional needs.
Goldfinger, trying to destroy the courthouse, I see.
Precisely, Mr. Frog.
Too bad, Goldfinger. I've got a secret weapon.
Huh?
Building secret. Zinc building secret.
We'll need new lumber, doors, paint, windows, plumbing, electrical.
It was cool.
Zinc Building Center and Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. I'm Beth Cooper.
I'm Stacey Earlywine, and I just realized you're already breaking out.
I am. I forgot I set this
Oh
up here.
my
This is my water
gosh.
cup.
It's
I don't have
July,
my
so it's
bow on it.
Christmas time.
Christmas in July. This is my favorite cup. It keeps ice for over 24 hours. It's by Swig. My second favorite cup is the same one basically, but it's 4th of July colors, which I've also been using this month. But how pretty is this cup? I love it.
It is pretty.
I love Swig.
Not as good as the one I bought you.
Not as good at. I have sad news about the cup you bought me. Stacy bought me this cup. You can go back. It's on an episode. She gifted it to me. I have no idea when. It's been a couple years now. It's a Christmas cup that actually has Christmas lights around it, and
I'm
it
so
says,
excited.
my favorite color is Christmas lights. And it has a little small battery pack in the bottom that you unscrew, like the bottom of the cup, and then the batteries are up in there. My husband, my wonderful husband that likes to help me with dishes, unbeknownst to him, did not know there was a battery pack, and he submerged it in water. It doesn't work anymore. I can still use it to drink out of, but the lights
not
don't
the
come
same.
on.
Not the same without the lights. Might as well just throw it away.
I know. I'm going to see if it's one of those little button batteries, and I never know how to buy those or where to buy those, blah, blah, blah. I need to just try to have him install a different battery.
I bet he can. He's handy.
I bet he can. I hope he can.
Oh, yeah. Did the kids come over and swim much? Because my chlorinator on my pool broke the day we left.
Yeah. So my kids did come over and swim a lot. They were there not every day, but almost every day while you were gone.
I was hoping they'd.
And I told them about your chlorinator, and because she had texted me and told me, and I said there was some chemicals there, and told them what to do if it looked weird.
Yeah.
It didn't look weird until the day before you got home.
Yeah, and then
and the day before it had looked completely normal.
Isn't that weird? It can do it overnight.
Yeah, it did. And then they went over there because Jason and Silas took care of her flowers while she was gone, and not me because I can't drive. Otherwise, I. So poor Jason, he had everything else in the house to do. All the laundry, the cooking,
and
the
take
cleaning,
care of my flowers,
helping me in and out of the shower, every single thing after he worked all day long. And then he's like, "Okay, now we're gonna go water Stacy's flowers."
No, I'm glad he didn't ask you to take care of the chickens.
No, oh well, he checked on the chickens too over there. He knew that your father-in-law was, but he did pop in just to make sure it was all good.
One of my silkies is a rooster.
Oh crap.
One of my black ones. Thank goodness it wasn't the gray one. Yeah, because the other day, Jim was like, we were out there, and I heard, and I'm like, who did that? Who did that? And he's standing there going, I'm like, no.
If you work for the city, close your ears. But if you don't, I would just keep it until somebody complains.
Yeah, but I don't want fertilized eggs.
Why not? What if you had babies?
Yeah, there's... I'll be selling...
Hatchery on Bear Street.
Cute. And now that he started crying, I'm like, oh, you look different. He's got because those silkies you can't tell. There's not like, and he's got like
the comb right there. Yeah.
But Amber Cummings, she loves chickens. And she's got silkies.
Okay.
But I'm like, I'm so glad it wasn't Princess, the white one, because I love Princess. But I couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but we'll get into our topic today.
Sorry,
we actually are going to talk about some history. Stacey's going to talk about the Bryan family.
The Bryan family from Xenia. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I may have covered them a little bit before, but I found a ton of new information and pictures. And there's this one picture that's just a haunting. I love this picture. I love it. It is just the look on her face. I don't know. Is
she dead?
No.
You know in the Victorian
Well, she's dead now because it's 19.
But they did used to take pictures of dead people.
But look at her picture.
Mm-hmm. What if she's not really alive there and she's dead?
She's not dead there. Her hair looks too good. Okay, so yeah, goodness sake. So we're going to go back to Xenia Town. We're going to Xenia. And this was written by Harley Bonham. And we're going to talk about the Bryan family from Xenia. They were very implemental in Xenia. They were doctors and this type of thing. But like I said, I came across all these. And they kind of had a cross between Oskaloosa and Xenia.
Okay.
So, like I said, we're going to talk about the Xenia family. And this actually goes back to the man named Sir Francis Bryan. He lived from 1490 to 1550. He was made Governor General in Ireland by King Henry of England.
King
Henry of England. We're talking 1490 to 1550.
It wasn't King Henry VIII, was it?
No, Henry VIII was Henry VIII was
later.
Wait a minute. When did Henry VIII? Yeah, he was.
I'll just
Henry VIII did live. When did Henry VIII live? Was it the later 1500s? Henry VIII may have been a little bit. I don't know. Find that out.
Okay.
William Smith Bryan was the son of Sir Francis William, named one of his sons, Francis, born 1630, who married Sarah Brinkler of Denmark. Francis and Sarah had a son named Morgan, born in 1681.
What was the year of King Henry?
King Henry, this Sir Francis Bryan lived 1490 to 1550, so that's 60-year period.
Okay, well, King Henry VIII was King of England from 1509 till 1547.
Well, so this guy. Okay, so this family that lived in Xenia's heritage goes back to Sir Francis Bryan, who was literally Governor General of Ireland by King Henry VIII.
Wow,
that's
he
kind
knew
of cool.
Henry VIII.
I'm Henry VIII.
I bet he didn't like him.
Well, Henry VIII was not a good man.
He was not.
He was not.
Probably why he came to America and get away from
Probably
him.
got away from Henry.
Probably going to cut his head off.
Probably. No, he wasn't a female.
That's true.
So anyway, Francis and Sarah had a son named Morgan, born in 1681, who came to America when he married Martha Strode of Chester County, Pennsylvania, in 1719. So the family breaks away. The grandson of Sir Francis Bryan makes his way to Pennsylvania. So that's kind of interesting. Morgan and Francis had a son, William, who married Mary Boone, sister of Colonel Daniel Boone of Frontier fame.
Oh, wow.
So this family's got some serious
Connections.
serious connection. The Boone and Bryan families were early settlers in Kentucky prior to and during the Revolutionary War. Most all the men were commissioned as soldiers, with William Bryan serving as captain. On May 20th, 1782, Captain Bryan was ambushed by Indians and was wounded. His son William was killed, and the captain died several days later.
Oh, that's super sad.
Daniel Boone had married Rebecca Bryan, daughter of Joseph Bryan. Joseph Bryan was a brother of Captain William Bryan. Captain Bryan's oldest son was Samuel, born 1757, who married Mary Hunt in 1775. They moved to Kentucky in 1779. Samuel and Mary had 11 children. My goodness sakes alive. Goodness.
And they all lived over at Xenia, and they were all related to Daniel
They're
Boone.
all related to Daniel Boone and had ties to Henry VIII.
That is a little bit crazy. Who would have thought?
Wow. 11 children. The fourth was Luke, born 1784, who married Mary Sanders in 1807. In 1830, Luke, with his family and mother and father, moved to Southport, Indiana. Luke, with his brothers William and Thomas, served in the War of 1812. Mary Sanders Bryan, who was born in Kentucky September 16th, 1781, died 3 miles north of Xenia at her son's home, Joseph, July 15th. And this lady is actually buried at the Oskaloosa Cemetery.
Okay.
Wow, this is kind of, isn't it nuts?
Yeah, so 3 miles north of Xenia. So they lived about halfway between Xenia and Oskaloosa.
Yeah.
We'll have to look for her next time we go to Oskaloosa Cemetery.
Yeah, we definitely need to hunt her down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Try you keeping track of time? Yeah. Because I'm not.
You got about 3 minutes.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep reading about them, and then I've got pictures to show of the family. So let's see. So little Mary Sanders Bryan died 3 miles north of Xenia and is buried in Oskaloosa. How far is Oskaloosa from?
I'm going to guess 6 miles.
So just halfway in between?
That'd be my guess. It may not. I can Google it, but it may be 5 miles to Oskaloosa from Xenia. I don't know.
I'm not really sure. Yeah, because like I said, there's ties to Oskaloosa and. Luke and Mary Sanders, and the reason why I'm not showing the pictures as we're going because it's confusing, because we're talking this is generation after generation after generation of people. Luke and Mary Sanders Bryan had 12 children. So these people are having like tons of kids. So between two people, you've got 12, 22, 23 kids born. That's crazy. Luke and Mary Sanders Bryan had 12 children, and we noticed the following who came to the Xenia area. Alfonso Hunt Bryan, born in 1808, married Ann White and came to Xenia in 1860. Listen to this name, Ethelbert.
One big word.
Ethelbert.
Ethelbert.
W. Bryan. Is that a boy or girl?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But okay, from downtown Xenia all the way to Oskaloosa Cemetery is 9 miles. That's not from Route 50 though. That's from downtown Xenia. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I just thought it was weird, but they do have ties to Oskaloosa because this one big family picture is in Oskaloosa. Interesting. Okay, where was I? Oh, I'm at Ethelbert. Ethelbert Bryan, born 1813, married Nancy Webb, who died in Indiana in 1858. He married again to Sarah Pepper in 1860, and no children were born to either marriage.
Sarah Pepper.
Sarah Pepper. Ethelbert Bryan was a druggist at Xenia. He died at St. Luke's Hospital at St. Louis and is buried at Tolliver Cemetery east of Old Xenia. This occurred in 1877. Listen to this name, Dorcas Armildahl. Armildah. Dorcas Armildahl. Is that how you'd say?
Or that, or maybe Armilda.
Armilda?
Dorcas Armilda. Creative.
I've only known one Dorcas in my life, and I loved her. She was the cook out at
Dorcas Fellows.
Dorcas Fellows. Oh my gosh, she was the cook out at Lincoln School. Gosh, she made the best. I wish we had the pizza recipe from Lincoln School. Anybody out there got the pizza recipe?
There's
from
one
Lincoln
floating
School?
around on the internet that swears it's the same pizza recipe that the schools used in the 70s and 80s.
Who's that? It's hot in here.
It is hot.
Who's that? Who's got that?
The internets.
The internet.
The
It was the best pizza ever, and Dorcas was awesome. We had the best food at Lincoln School, and we need to take a commercial break.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Since 2004, Ed Lewis Trucking has been moving America forward. Family owned and built on values that matter. Reliability, hard work, and service you can count on. From dry van freight to dump and hopper bottoms, plus top tier truck maintenance in their state-of-the-art shop that's open to all truckers, not just their own fleet. They're growing stronger, expanding with their recent acquisition of McKinney Trucking, but never losing sight of what drives them. It's Ed Lewis Trucking, family driven, service proven. Call Ed Lewis Trucking at 618-686-3555.
Tomorrow. Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans that the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to your mutual agent today.
Your local agent is on the square. Louisville, Clay County, Farmers Mutual Insurance.
Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. So during the commercial break, I Googled that 1980s and 1970s school pizza recipe.
Yeah.
And yes, it is out there, and it uses the iconic USDA, quote, pourable crust. Pourable, as in you can pour it out into your pan. Anyway.
Oh, really?
Google. Yeah, it's warm water, active yeast, flour, instant non-fat dry milk powder. I don't happen to have any of that at home. Granulated sugar, salt, vegetable oil, and cornmeal for just dusting the bottom of the pan. The sauce is tomato paste, water, onions, garlic powder, oregano, sugar, mozzarella cheese, and then ground beef or whatever you're putting on top.
What?
Those are the ingredients. Back when school lunch ladies actually cooked instead of everything shipped into them frozen.
Yeah.
They reheated it.
I had this conversation with Van Brittlinger. He and Debbie went on our trip with us, and we were talking about school lunches. And I think we did a lunch lady episode. We did
we
something
might have already
one
talked
time
about this.
And it was so, because I was like, I went to school at Washington School, and they didn't have a cafeteria. So when I was in first grade, second grade, third grade, you had like your cold tray and your hot tray, and it would all come in, and you'd peel those off. And I can still smell that to this day. Like
really?
if I think about what that smelled like then. And then they closed down Washington School, and we went to Lincoln, and I had real cooks, and they were amazing. I loved them. They were awesome. Dorcas was the best. And who else was a good? Oh, Dorothea Pringle over in Clay City. She was an excellent cook too. She made all that. We need to go back to where the lunch ladies really cook.
Yeah.
We need to go back to that. Anyway, gosh, we just chased the whole.
I know. We can just go.
All because
down
of
many
Dorcas
roads.
Armilda.
Dorcas Armilda got us off topic.
Okay, so she was a sister who married first Reuben G. Moore in 1836. 3 months after the marriage, Mr. Moore died, but a son was born, and he became Dr. Gardner Moore. In 1843, Dorcas married Samuel Downing, and to this union, 12 children were born. They also moved to a site in North Songer during this migration. Mr. Downing was killed on February 29th, 1864, when a shotgun exploded, and both he and his wife are he was killed, but then he went on and said he and his wife were both buried in Oskaloosa Cemetery.
Wow.
She didn't die with him, but they're both born in Oskaloosa.
So he left her with 12 kids.
Oh
my.
Yeah, so that was 64. Okay, let's think about this. Became Dorcas married Samuel Downing. I wonder when she married him.
I don't know.
Because it's 1843. Mr. Moore died, but his son was born, and he became Dr. Gardner Moore. In 1843, Dorcas married. Oh, they weren't married. Okay, they're in 43 to 64. So they were married 21 years. So he would have been Mr. Downing would have been pretty young when he died. If they were only married 21 years, and that's crazy. John Samuel Bryan, born 1819, married Lucy Combs, who died in 1853. He then married Harriet Hartman, and they moved to Xenia in 1860. Joseph M. Bryan, born 1822, also came to Xenia in 1860. His wife was Martha Russell, who he married in 1844. He came to a farm about 2 miles north of town. In 1865, he moved to Xenia and went into the milling business with J.W. Westcott. In 1873, he sold his interest in the mill and again took up farming north of Xenia with 300 acres. In 1896, Joseph M. Bryan attended the unveiling of the historical market at Bryan Station in Kentucky. This was the fort where members of his family had fought during the Revolutionary War siege against British and Indians. On August 6, 1904, he attended the annual birthday celebration of his sister Dorcas at Oskaloosa, and a few days later became ill. He passed away August 31st, 1904. Another brother who came to Xenia was James Bryan, born in 1830, and married Mary Billings in 1851. James died at Xenia in 1877. Dr. Thomas N. Bryan, born 1833, married Catherine Feemaster in 1857. Thomas practiced medicine in Xenia from 1860 until 1870. He died in 1896 and is buried in Indianapolis. We will now so this is a historic family that came by way of England, Ireland. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of ties. We got to tell this family has ties to Daniel Boone and to Henry VIII. Way back.
Wow.
When. So now I'm going to show you some of the pictures that I had sent in. Let's see. We're just going to go Okay, so this is John Cannon and his wife Mary Harrison Cannon, who moved to Xenia during the Civil War. Their daughter Catherine married John R. Bryan in 1875. Okay. Now we get back to these pictures, and they all look.
Mm-hmm. So these were in-laws of the Bryans.
These are in-laws of the Bryans.
Okay.
And you know, it's so funny because, like, whenever we do all these pictures and stuff, it's almost like everybody starts to look alike.
I know.
Does that make sense? Because I'm like, have I talked about these people before? And then then I started reading a little bit about it a couple of days, when I got back. And it's like, wait a minute, none of this sounds familiar. So that's why I put handy dandy check marks next to things that we've done. But I looked at this gentleman and I'm like, gosh, he looks so familiar. But everything's black and white. They all look like they're miserable. They all have white hair and big beards.
Yeah.
So they're all going to look alike. But yeah. So that is in-laws to the Bryan family. Okay, what picture do we have next? I think I'm getting better at sending pictures.
I'm in love with these horses.
Aren't they gorgeous?
It's like a matching set of white horses. Not that I know a thing about horses, but those are beautiful.
This is Dr. Joseph Lyman Bryan at Xenia in 1904. He was the son of John R. Bryan and grandson of Joseph M. Bryan. It says this is how doctors' calls were made 80 years ago. Look how distinguished he is.
80 years ago from when the book was
80
written.
years ago, yeah. So this would have been, in the 1800s. Yeah, because he lived between 1822 and 1904.
I think that these horses were expensive. I don't think that's the kind of horses that just a farmer would have. Like, obviously,
Look at they're spectacular.
He's like, I'm prestigious.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor.
I would also like to know what building that's in front of. You can kind of see a little bit of a building back there, but look at that gateway right there to the left of the doctor. I don't know. It's like nothing like that is recognizable now. Of course, everything changes so much. Huh.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay, let's see another picture. Let's see. Oh, okay, let's get to this lady. It's kind of on a weird curve here. This is Katie Bryan. She was one of the last of her family to survive the whole family situation.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, Katie Bryan. And she was a daughter to the Bryan family. She was married. But I love this picture because it's like a lot of times, like they're sitting for hours, but it's like she's got her head cocked. I wonder how long she took that. And then I'm looking at her hair and her little ruffles on her shirt. I don't know. She just looked really pretty to me.
She is pretty.
I
She
liked
has
her.
light eyes.
She has light eyes. Very pretty. Okay, what other picture do we got?
This guy.
This guy right here, Dr. Thomas N. Bryan. He lived from 1833 to 1896. Practiced in Xenia. And
his wife was Katie.
in 1861, 1870, and his wife Catherine. Her middle name was Catherine Judith. Is that Feemeister? I don't know, but they lived in it. They actually moved to Indianapolis. So the woman prior, and look how distinguished he looks.
Is he the one that was driving the white horses?
No, this is Thomas Bryan. That is Joseph Bryan.
No, it's Dr. Joseph.
Joseph Lyman Bryan.
So there was a lot of doctors in the family.
Dr. Thomas Bryan. Yeah, so that the doctor thing kind of was in here. And if you think about when we drive around and so we're talking about all this history stuff, the land hasn't changed. It's just changed hands. Think about the people that plowed all these fields that we see today.
Yeah.
It's the same land. And isn't it amazing? Because when land, look at all the land that gets moved from how God keeps replenishing the earth. Because that land's been the same land being farmed that it was farmed 200-300 years ago. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Okay, next picture. Okay, this photo was taken about 1913. At the left is Catherine Cannon Bryan. She lived from 1858 to 1949. Standing is her son, Dr. J.L. Bryan. At the right is Mary Harrison Cannon, Catherine's mother. The little girl is Elizabeth, Dr. Bryan's daughter. Elizabeth married Walter Grant. That's a nice little picture.
That is a really cool picture.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, let's see, what's this for? Frank Bryan.
Super cute.
I wish they
girl.
would not use initials on Dr. J.L. Bryan. So that guy is Dr. Joseph Bryan. So this guy standing right here.
He's the white horses guy.
That's the white horses guy with the top hat on. How fun.
Yeah.
Those are good pictures.
Those are good.
Okay, let's see. What else do I got? Oh, okay.
We need to take a break. We'll be right back.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
This is Christy, inviting you to wrap yourself in lasting luxury at Carnaby Square. We specialize in one-on-one customer service, high quality, head-turning, on-trend fashions, footwear, accessories, and a complete line of Brighton leather goods and jewelry. If you want to nix fast fashion and invest in a true-to-size, ethically manufactured wardrobe that you'll wear for years, it's time to treat yourself at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
At Clay County Hospital, we're dedicated to providing quality care for you and your family. Our skilled medical team is committed to your well-being, ensuring that you receive the personalized attention you deserve. From filling your prescriptions at our state-of-the-art pharmacy to a visit with our compassionate behavioral health providers, we're here to support you every step of the way in your journey. Experience the difference at Clay County Hospital, where your health is our priority. Clay County Hospital. Complete care, start to finish.
Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. I'm Beth Cooper.
I'm Stacey Earlywine, and we're flipping through some really cool family pictures of the Bryan family from Xenia that had lots of really ancient history with Henry VIII and Daniel Boone. So it's kind of interesting how everything twined together. Okay, this next picture I really like. This is Frank Bryan, son of John R. and Shell Hogg. Hag. How? H-A-U-G.
I don't know.
Hogg of Xenia. So this is Frank Bryan. He is the son of John R. and Shell. I guess it's Shell, S-C-H-E-L.
That's just a really weird name. I wonder if she was foreign. Like,
I don't know.
Shell Hog?
Yeah.
Like, what?
That's a weird, yeah, but you can see that it's kind of a weird picture. I'm the worst picture take. This is why Jim takes all the pictures where we're on vacation, because I'm a terrible picture taker.
Yeah, there's two people sitting
There's two
in that
people
wagon.
sitting in there.
It's hard to see them both, but
Yeah.
he's on the far side and she's on the near side.
It almost look at that picture. It looks like he's wearing the bonnet.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of a weird picture, and honestly, they're both kind of in white, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's blurred out.
Who's who? But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Nice pictures. And those horse, he's only got one horse, and his horse isn't white like the other Bryan guy.
Nope.
Okay, next picture. Let me see, what picture is this?
The Joseph Tully residence in Xenia.
Okay. Just skip him.
Okay. The flour mill.
Skip him. I must have sent lots of pictures in. That we'll save those for next week. Oh, here we go. Yes. Look at this guy. Dr. Thomas Willard Thompson in 1857 to 1935 of Oskaloosa, about 1890. He served as the physician to many people in the North Songer.
First of all, I want to say he looks like Teddy Roosevelt.
I thought so too. I thought he looked like Teddy Roosevelt too.
He's Oskaloosa's own little Rough Rider right there.
Exactly.
But he is a doctor, of course, because everybody in this story is a doctor.
Everybody's a doctor in this
story. You're a
story.
doctor, and you're a doctor, and you're a doctor.
Everybody's a doctor.
But yeah, how cool. He rode around to see his patients just horseback. He didn't have the fancy white city horses like they had in Xenia.
No.
His Oskaloosa doctor was rugged.
Yeah, he definitely
He had on
was.
flannel and work pants and work boots and.
Yeah, I like that. I like that picture. It looks like is he just got a mustache? I think he just got a good mustache. Yeah, I thought that, but I saw that picture. I'm like, okay, I don't remember Thomas Willard Thompson being talked about. Maybe it was just because he's a physician, because this whole family's full of physicians. But I would assume since he's clumped in with all these pictures, he's probably related somehow.
Yeah.
But after a while, you read so many names, you don't even know what you've read. Okay, what else do I got? Oh, this is a good picture. This is in 1943. This is Dr. J.L. Bryan in Front Street in Xenia on Christmas Day.
Oh, JL, he's the White Horses doctor, okay? So not a big surprise that he's got his long wool coat on. He's very businesslike, got the hat and the tie. His white horses are probably hitched right out of sight. And he's out buying a gift for that little girl that had the big dark bangs that was in the previous picture. Yeah, that's him.
Hey, Ty, can you skip to the picture of a gentleman that's a black and white picture and he's got a tie on? And yes, this is him when he was in school. So this is Dr. J.L. Bryan as a medical student at Nash University in St. Louis. So the guy that we just saw you walking down the street looks like he's lighting a cigar. That's what he looks like he's lighting to me. He looks like he's got a cigar in his
Unless
mouth.
there was two JLs, because the time period on this one was the 40s, and White Horses.
When was White Horses?
This is 1904. I bet that's his dad. I bet his dad. Well,
that's only 40 years. Look how young he was there, and he's old in this other picture. That's got to be the same guy.
Oh yeah, I bet you're right. He is older in that picture.
He's old in that picture.
Yeah. So this
It
picture
is the same
right
guy.
in this picture, he's dreaming of one day owning white horses.
Yeah, that's the same guy. Yeah,
he's like, I'm gonna be a city doctor in Xenia.
So, and he practiced. in Oskaloosa and Xenia. So that's kind of neat that we got like, you
Yeah,
know,
through him
medical
through the
school, super cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then older shopping.
And older shopping in Xenia.
Uh-huh.
How fun is that?
That's super fun.
Okay, what other pictures do I have? This is the last one. It goes way, way back. This is John R. Bryan, who married Catherine Cannon in 1848 to 1932. In 1867, he went west to Colorado. He returned in 1869. His farm was located in section 16 of Songer Township. That guy, this John R. Bryan, you remember, I think it's the very first picture. Did I not send in the haunting picture of my pretty girl?
I'm guessing not.
Well, I'll do it real quick because we got to talk about her.
Yeah, we got to talk about her.
So
yeah.
the in-laws
I need
that we
this one,
showed at the
I
very...
want this one, and I want this one, and there's another one I want.
So
I would have swore I sent all those.
The in-laws at the very beginning were this last
Yeah.
pictures.
Take this guy. And then there's
In-laws.
a family picture I want to do because we have time. Yeah, I want you guys to see this and take that one. Who knows? Yeah.
There's a lot of people there.
There is a lot of people, so we'll see those in. Yeah, because I got to talk about the haunting story. But anyway, so the very first picture I showed of the old man, John Cannon, and his wife, this picture that Ty just showed a minute ago is that that's the original guy that we started with. So that's a picture with him when he was young. And then, so we started out with him right at the beginning. But yeah, so this family's got quite the history. And we're going to send some more pictures because the whole reason why I wanted to do this is because of this beautiful picture of this girl. You got to see Catherine Cannon Bryan. She moved to Xenia from Kentucky with her parents at the age of 3. And she is the wife of John R. Bryan. So we've got John Bryan and Frank. Yeah, so you guys have to see. You guys got to see these people.
Just send them, Ty.
Just sent them, and so we'll get that done. But yeah, what a distinguished family. Yeah. And J.L.
So
Bryan,
many.
there's 4 pictures of J.L. Bryan.
Yeah.
We forgot about this one with his wife and child and her mother.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
And there were still Bryans around in the area and Cannons in the area, so it makes you wonder if they're all related.
Yeah, I don't know. We had an elderly neighbor for many years that lived across the alley from us named Mrs. Cannon.
Yeah.
Can't think of her first name.
Yeah.
She was a lovely woman. She lived to be like way up in her 90s. I think she was like 98 or 99 when she passed away. And
really?
She was good friends with Jason, and Jason would till her garden for her every year, and she was very particular about how she liked it. And one year he put some straw down because there was a lot of weeds, and she was furious. She
Why?
made him take all that straw out. She doesn't like her garden done that way.
She doesn't.
She was very we loved her, don't get me wrong, but she was a hoot. Like, she was very particular.
She didn't want to see that. She didn't want to.
She didn't like that style of gardening. No. She didn't like how he did it. She did things the old-fashioned way, and that wasn't how she did it.
She hoed those weeds.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
that's what
she was
did.
out there hoeing weeds well into her 90s, and then it got to where
Really?
she couldn't. Yeah, she was actually.
Wow.
Then she kind of started getting a little bit more mentally confused and stuff. So
she lived to be in her 90s?
Late 90s, yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was always a little nervous sending Jason over there because she loved him so much. She was a little flirty. We got a big kick out of it. Okay.
You almost lost your man.
Yeah.
So this is the picture that I love.
Yes.
This is Catherine Cannon Bryan. She lived from 1858 to 1949. So she lived a nice little long life. She moved to Xenia from Kentucky with her parents at the age of 3. She married John R. Bryan in 1875, the same year this photo was taken. So I don't know. There's something about this picture that her eyes, she just looks right through me. I love this picture.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
Yeah,
she's got her hair all done up in the back, and
it's gorgeous.
Yeah,
and she's got you can see on the left side. Look at the long
got
curls.
natural highlights in her hair.
She's got long. Her hair's really long. It's just beautiful. Yeah, I loved that picture. Okay, what's the other pictures we got, babe? We just did it. Okay, this is Luke Bryan. He lived from 1784 to 1857. His wife, Mary Polly Sanders, Bryan. She lived from 1787 to 1862. He died while living in Indiana, and she died in Songer Township and is buried in Oskaloosa. Remember when I talked about the lady that was buried in Oskaloosa? This is who we're talking about. His father Samuel and grandfather fought Indians in Kentucky with Daniel Boone, as stated in the narrative. The Xenia Bryants were relatives of Rebecca Bryan Boone, wife of Daniel Boone. So this photo was taken in 1856.
I wonder if that Luke Bryan is like a distant relative of today's Luke
Bryan.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
The country singer.
Maybe.
What if that's like his great.
Well, we need to ask him and be like, hey, you might be related to.
And we'll need you to come on the show to talk about it, Luke.
I bet he would. I bet he would. Okay, last picture. Big old family picture. Here we go. This photo was taken in Oskaloosa on August 16th, 1904, for the birthday of Dorcas Bryan Downing. In the back row, we have Mark Middleton, Lucille Middleton, Douglas, Leona, and Ralph Downing, Lena Price, George Weishart. In the center row, we have Inez Bryan, Sam Laswell, Harrison Weishart, Stella Laswell, Kate Bryan, May and Jim Laswell, Alma Laswell-Nelms, Dr. J.L. Bryan, there he
everywhere.
is, there he is again, John Holtzlaw, Millie D., Millie Bowler, Ed Downing, and daughter Abby Downing. Then there's question marks, Weishart, question mark, and then Weishart, question mark. So we're not really sure who the people are. And in the front row, we have Lucy Holtzlaw, Jim Pinkerton, another Pinkerton boy, Franklin Middleton, Grace Middleton in the front. So we got the two littles in the front. But yeah, so that's just a big old family picture.
That's super cool. I love big family pictures like that, and how cool that they were able to get a photograph way back then.
You can't
what
really
year
see.
was that?
1904. But look how this girl. Is that a girl? It looks. That's a boy, I think. But look at that. Look at that cool picture. You can't see the bottom right hand. There's like a boy.
Yeah, he's kind of cut off a little bit.
He's kind of cut off there, sitting there with his. He's literally doing this.
In the middle of nowhere, Oskaloosa, they had this birthday party, and they still managed to have a photographer there. I do believe these people had money, and you can just kind of see by the way that some of them are dressed, like they're not maybe the poorest people in the neighborhood. They had some money.
We stem from doctors and royalty and all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah, very cool. And nearly all of them, from what I can tell, are buried at Oskaloosa Cemetery. So if you're on findagrave.com, you can go to that cemetery and look through some of their graves. Some of the information is there that we talked about.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But yeah, what a neat family. And like I said, I think I touched on the Bryan family just a little bit, but then I got this Xenia book, and it's like, wow. I am finding so many pictures. These books are full of pictures. And I did like the fact that this one actually, because sometimes like I've got books with pictures and it has nothing to do with what's being said. But this actually is the family tied in. And I really like that Dr. J.L. Bryan.
Yeah, he is
everywhere. He was everywhere. Okay. Let's see what we got.
We always end the show with something funny, so we're switching gears. For those that aren't familiar with our show, we're going from our serious history topic to let's end on something funny. What do you got?
The woman says, I admit my cooking left my husband cold. The friend said, he divorced you? The woman said, no, he died.
Gosh. That's terrible.
I got time for one more. A lady walked into a bar with a duck under her arm. The bartender said, where did you get that ugly pig? The woman said, sir, that happens to be a beautiful duck. The bartender said, I was talking to the duck.
Oh, gosh.
That's it.
All right. As always, thank you for joining us. You can find our show on Wabash Catch TV Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. and again at 3 p.m. Our new episodes air on Thursdays and Fridays. You can find all of our episodes on our YouTube channel. Just click Beth and Stacey on Facebook on YouTube, and it's all there. And just check under the live tab for some of our videos, and others are under video tab. So that's it, and we'll catch you next time.
God bless you and have a great day.